Hello again. This is the first of a series of short videos covering what you can expect to see in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam and on a cruise up the Mekong River, ending in Siem Reap and Angkor Wat in Cambodia. There are about 12 million people living in Ho Chi Minh City, and half of these own a scooter. The traffic is madness most of the time, and crossing the road is an art form. Zebra crossings are for decoration only. In the city, most people have access to electricity. Not sure how quickly they trace a fault when the power goes down though. The architecture in the city is heavily influenced by the French, who colonised Southeast Asia until 1954. You can see the cathedral and the post office and the building that was the US Embassy during the Vietnam War. The last helicopter to leave at the end of the war took off from the roof. The large building behind that you can see there wasn't there then. As you travel around the city, you'll notice hundreds of coffee shops, restaurants and cafes, from roadside stalls to high-end restaurants serving food to compete with anything that you'll find in Michelin-starred restaurants. Here's one without any stars. The Vietnam War is still within living memory for many Vietnamese people. The local tours centre on this, with visits available to the Remnants Museum, which is full of anti-American propaganda. You may need a strong stomach to view some of the pictures in the museum. This pair of flirting butterflies didn't take much notice of the museum. The other main site from the war is the Ho Chi tunnels, from where the Viet Cong waged a guerrilla war against the South Vietnamese, American and Australian troops. This is well worth visiting, and you can go down into some of the tunnels. Be prepared for some of the displays though, because the personnel traps are pretty gruesome. On a lighter note, you can visit various factories and workshops. Here we see a lacquer artist using duck shell to make the shining elements of the picture. You'll see lots of tall buildings under construction, which will house banks, offices, hotels, etc. The centre of Ho Chi Minh City is rapidly changing. 2 or 3 nights here is plenty to see the sights of the city. If you're on a Mekong River cruise, you're likely to spend some time at the beginning or end of your holiday in Ho Chi Minh City. Part 2 of this series covers the start of the 7-day cruise up the Mekong River.